This is the Iowa Weather Report for Thursday, October the 1st, 2015. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we still have a trough over the eastern portion of the country. We still have what is now Hurricane Joaquin over the Bahamas. And we still have a northwesterly flow coming in from Canada, and that's going to keep our temperatures seasonally cool, with readings in the 60s for highs and lows in the upper 30s to lower to middle 40s for lows. And that's going to be that way through the rest of this week into the weekend and the early part of next week. What will be of main concern will be what Joaquin does. Now, this is a model. This is one model. There are many models. So don't take this as a forecast when we are looking at what Joaquin could do. What this model does show by Friday and into Saturday that Joaquin begins to move slowly north. That's with this Joaquin here and down there and a high pressure over northern Quebec. A lot of easterly wind is going to cause a lot of problems across the mid-Atlantic coast. As Joaquin moves northward, this is where there's already some model inconsistency already. Some models take it into the Carolinas or Virginia. This model, this run of the GFS, has it going up into southern New Jersey sometime, on, let's say it's Monday or so. It's a bit too slow, and we'll have to see. It's very, very fluid at this point. But as you notice with our weather, nothing's happening. Clear, sunny, 60s for highs, lows in the 40s, with some nights in the upper 30s, especially in our northeastern counties. Could see a little bit of patchy frost, especially in our river valleys, a couple of the next few nights. Now, this is where our weather starts to get interesting again by midweek next week. A frontal system comes down as the remnants of Joaquin are now moving off into the North Atlantic, so we could see some showers possible by Wednesday of next week, but that chance doesn't look that great to begin with. But we'll keep watching it to see if that trend continues. And you can see by next Thursday, you pretty much have a flow zonal, except for a bit of a ridge pumping up across western Canada. That could bring a bit of cooler air down, especially into the New England states and the Great Lakes. We have a storm system to the south of the state, but it doesn't look like it's going to affect us a whole lot. But we'll keep watching to see if it may in the next model run. Going into the extended period around the 12th of October, zonal flow continuing west to east. Zonal flow means a quick-moving flow. It means it's going to keep our temperatures fairly close to, or maybe a few degrees above seasonal levels as we move toward the middle of the month of October. But it's also going to keep us rather in an active pattern as well. We have one storm off the Carolina coast, one over the Great Lakes, one over the Rockies back into the Pacific Northwest. A very deep low south of Greenland. Deep low, as you're going to see here at the end of the model on the 16th of October. We have a storm off of Greenland and Labrador, one in the middle part of the country, upper level feature at Baja, one storm in the Gulf of Alaska, and as you can see when we look at the surface chart, 1, Greenland, 2, the Midwest, including Iowa, 3, a big low over the Gulf of Alaska. But this is 2+ weeks out. Things could be totally different when we see you again tomorrow. Satellite image from last evening. You can see a frontal system that is not really wanting to move off the east coast. That's producing a lot of flooding issues across the east, and this down here, Joaquin, may produce a bit more. A couple of clouds off in the west coast as well. Watch warning map from last evening. Some frost and freeze advisories across the western Great Lakes. Flash flood watches across the Carolinas and up into down east Maine. And other than that, it's fairly quiet across the country, especially west of the Mississippi. However, the rainfall through Monday evening at 7 o'clock shows a little bit of precipitation out west and quite a lot across the east, especially the mid-Atlantic, and that will be with where Joaquin may or may not go.